So you're probably asking yourself, which universities offer athletic scholarships? Well, let's help you get it figured out.
And I'm very grateful for ASM.
Without the help of you, ASM, it wouldn't be possible.
Click on to ASM, find Chris, and he'll help you out.
Hey guys, Chris here from ASM Scholarships, here to help you figure out your college recruitment process. In today's video, we're going to be looking into which universities offer athletic scholarships. So first you have to understand though where universities fit into. They're not individuals in sports, they actually fit into different associations. And then from there you can understand the rules and how it all basically works in the associations. So let's get straight into it. So you have basically three types of associations in the whole kind of college sports arena. You have the big one, which is the NCAA. You then have the NAIA, and then you have the NJCAA. And if you want to know more about like what they do, how they work, we do have other YouTube videos on that, so just go check them out. You probably see there. It says like I think we have that, and we say like explained. So go check it out. So basically, these two are 4-year schools, and these two, this is a 2-year school, also known as a JUCO, right? These are kind of JUCOs. You've seen Last Chance U on Netflix. That's what junior college is. Typically, you go there and you transfer. Now, each of these associations, these are not universities, these are governing bodies. They have universities within them. So like Stanford, UCLA, Alabama, Florida State, they all fit into the NCAA. Kaiser fits into like NIAs, like about 300 more of those. And then junior colleges like Western Texas, Indian Hills, Cypress College, they all fit into this one. And then California has a different one. They have the NCAA. They have their own like special junior college thing, but it's still a junior college. So basically what you first have to understand is the university you're looking at, where they fit into the associations, because that depends not only how much scholarship money there is. For example, in the NCAA, school, I'll put like Stanford, right? So Stanford, UCLA, they're all in the NCAA. But then you have different divisions. So like these schools are like Division 1. Then you have D2, which would be like Nova, Barry, they're here in Florida. And then you have Division 3. And Division 3 doesn't actually offer athletic scholarships. So that's what you're asking yourself, so which schools offer athletic scholarships? Really depending on the division, depends on how much money they have. Division 1 schools tend to have the most money available because American football and basketball funds the programs. It funds all of the programs in the university. So if you're in Division 1 school category, your chances of getting a 100% scholarship increase a lot. But so do Division 2 schools. So D1, D2 are very similar. They both have a lot of money. And you can get athletic and you can get academic scholarship money, which is key, especially if coach hasn't got all the money available. If you have good academics, you can combine both to make a full ride offer, which is really what you're looking for. Division 3 schools, though, it's only academics. That's the only way to get scholarship money. So you can get a full ride in academics, but generally what we tend to see is around 70% being funded. So if a school costs 10 grand, you're going to get about 7,000, you're paying 3 to go to that school. Now the NIA is again similar, but it has a little bit of differences. So NIA doesn't really they do full rides, but it's not as much as say D1, D2. We have seen full ride scholarships for the sport alone, but typically I would say 70% is going to be, you're going to pay something. 30% is going to be a full ride, and 70% you're going to probably pay between, I'd say, 5,000 to 15,000 on average, pretty consistently, right? You will be able to get full rides, but typically that. And the way you're going to get the full rides is going to be the big sports at school. So if you're like a soccer player, if you're looking at, say, the top 10 NIA programs for those universities, they're the ones that probably have the most money and be able to fund you for the full ride. Again, academics does play a big factor into making a difference. If you're getting 70% and you've got good academics, you can then normally get that to a full ride if you have the good academics along to go with your kind of criteria. Now, the NCAA and CCCA do offer full ride scholarships, but typically only in basketball, American football, and sometimes in the better sports like for that university, there's golf, soccer, tennis. If that's their niche and they're very good at it, they will have it. But generally, they don't offer full rides outside of basketball, American football. You're generally going to be paying something. But the good news is they're really cheap. Typically, a school over here, you're looking at, say, costing between 15 to 25K, which obviously doesn't sound cheap. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to these guys, you're looking at normally 35, as much as 80,000 a year, right? So typically if you're getting like an 80%, 70% scholarship here, it's a lot less than paying, say, 80, 70% over here. So typically most people here, they pay no more than 3 to say 8K at max to go to school here for 2 years and transfer. Again though, they do have sports scholarships, they do have athletic scholarships, but how you combine that depends on how good your sport is and how good your academics is. So let's give you kind of a task you can do, and then you can start understanding where you're going to fit. Kind of create a wish list of universities that you like. Could be based on the sport team, the location, could be based on the academics they offer. And then you need to go research where they fit into. Are they the NCAA school? Are they D1, D2, D3? Are they NAIA? Are they NJCAA? If they are an Ivy League school, they normally fit into the NCAA, but they don't offer typically any sports scholarship. It's typically only academic or by financial aid based on your family's income. So again, that's another whole kettle of fish. But generally, most schools you're going to like, just from doing this for many years, it's going to be somewhere in these two. Especially the big programs are all normally D1 programs. Normally, not always, but normally. So find a school you like, find out which association they're in, and then you can understand how to get the scholarship. For example, the NCAA, to get a scholarship there is a lot different than the NIA. Different things you have to do, different forms you have to fill in, coach has bigger budgets, time of year is also important. So you need to understand all this stuff. So find a school, research the association, and then begin your process. Thanks guys, look forward to seeing you next video.